Take one. We're rolling.
Oh, we're rolling. Hey, CFI, what's up? Here to talk to you about 24.2. Super excited. I'm sad that I have to sit this one out, but I'm excited to watch you guys do it. So we're gonna start off with the logistics. Same setup as last time. We're running heats every 25 minutes, and there's gonna be 4 people per heat. So when you guys come into West tomorrow, make sure that you guys understand it's gonna be a little bit of a longer night, and expect there to be a little bit of lull within the 20-minute longer workout. So make sure you bring the energy, stay hype, also plan for your warm-up. And we're gonna set up the heat board in the same spot that we did. So just kind of anticipate that. That being said, let's talk about this workout. It's a fun one. You guys are gonna start on the rower. A few things to point out on the rower. Standard wise, you can't get off the rower until all 300 meters. Why are you making that face at me? Do I need to start over? Am I doing the Italian?
No, my face is just fucked up. Sorry, don't pay attention to my face.
Okay.
You're talking about the standards in the rower.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Standard on the rower. You guys can't get off the rower until the 300 meters is hit, and it's gonna start from 0 every time. So if you're pulling and you hit like one nice big pull and you know that it's gonna tick from 287 to 300, you have to stay seated on the rower. Make sure you guys don't get off. That 1 or 2 second like might get you to the CrossFit Games, IDK. The other thing you're gonna wanna pay attention to are your foot straps. Here's a helpful hint that I'm gonna give to you guys. Keep them a little bit loose. You guys don't wanna be playing around with your foot straps. Play with something else. Just kidding, not during the workout. Okay, cut that out too. You don't wanna be messing around with those as you're trying to get in and out. There's a lot of transitions here. Like a lot of people are gonna get somewhere between like 8 to 9 rounds of this. So every time you get in and out of the rower, you don't wanna be messing around down there. So you do your 300 meter row, sick, awesome, you feel great. Then you're gonna get to this deadlift bar. Okay, don't be an asshole in the deadlift. You guys are gonna set up, you're not gonna bounce the bar off the ground. I don't know who does that, but don't do that. And then you're also going to hit full extension every time. None of this shit. This is dumb. Also, you're gonna hurt yourself. You look stupid.
I'm good.
You just say
No, I said, did you show a correct one?
no.
Oh, okay. Were you getting to that? Sorry.
Okay, so a correct rep, right? A little bit faster than this here, the broken person. But full extension of the hips and the knees. I'm not slamming the bar down on the floor. Cool, you do your 10. Sick. Then you got your jump rope right here. Cool jump rope. You're gonna do your 50 double unders. When you guys do these, there's really no standard to the dub. If you are gonna do single dub, single dub, or some iteration of that, make sure that you tell your judge so that they can figure that shit out, because that's hard to count. And then another pro tip, here I am giving you guys all these tips, lay your rope down nicely. Don't just toss it on the ground. Okay, so those are just the basic standards. You're gonna make it through 20 minutes. If you guys finish on the row, your judge is going to wait until the machine stops ticking up, and then the meters, when it's done ticking up, like the machine can continue to tick up after the 20 minutes, and then once the meters are stopped, that's when your judge will take your score. Every 10 meters is a rep. So those are standards. Now let's talk about who should do RX and who should scale. If you have dubs and they're a little inconsistent, I would say go for the RX version. So if the deadlift is no problem to you and you're like, dang, these dubs are really gonna hold me up, if you can do like 5 in a row or even single dub for a good amount of time, go for it. If you are the last place RX person, you are still 1 rank above the first place scale person. Plus, the deadlift is a little bit lighter, so if you know that you already have the deadlift in the bag, like make the dubs the one thing you're gonna work on and spend some time, and then push it a little bit more in the row and the dead. If the deadlift is the thing that you're like, ooh, that looks a little spicy, think about it this way. If you're a female, if you have a deadlift of 185 pounds or higher, you should do the RX version. Or, yeah, like barring any weird injuries or anything, you can probably handle that workload. If you're a dude, 275 is probably your number. If you have a deadlift lower than that, we might want to think about scaling back. But always ask your coaches, they know you best, or your captains too. Yeah, pacing wise, they could not have teed us up better for our conditioning cycle. All those weeks that we just spent at 80%, and you guys are like, wait, 80% sucks. And like half you guys didn't follow the stimulus. This is gonna show it. So like the people who followed the stimulus, finger guns for you, because you're gonna rock out on this one. And that's exactly what I told my team, and I think everybody should do for pacing. Approach this like it's an 80% workout. When you get to minute 14 to 16 and you have juice, that's when you might wanna like press on the gas pedal a little bit, but know yourself, know your pacing. The row is not the place to ball out unless you know that the dead and the double under is gonna be your stopping point. The difference between like a 205 pace on a row and a 210 pace on this row is not significant in 300 meters. It's not, but it might feel significant to your energy system if you can cool it a little bit there. So the row is not the place to speed it up. You're gonna wanna take the dubs, a nice deep breath before you start. There's nothing worse than missing your first double under and then it getting in your head. So you drop the barbell, take a nice deep breath, let your heart rate come down before you start. Keep it nice and tight. The farther away your arms get, the shorter your rope is. So loosen the shoulders, but tight to the body, if that makes any sense, right? You're gonna keep your wrists spinning. You don't wanna make big circles, right? We talk about this all the time when we do dubs. Deadlifts. If you're on the lower end, so I said like 185 and up, if you're somewhere between like 185 and 200 on that low end of that range, or for females, and 225 to 250 for males, you might want to think about breaking up your deadlifts. 5'5" is not a bad idea, 6'4", you can start that from the very beginning. That's what I would suggest. I wouldn't suggest going all the way out and then having to modify and break somewhere in between and come up with a plan. Go in with a solid plan on how you want to do this, and then stick to that plan. And if at the end, like I said, you're feeling good, minutes 14 to 16, ball out, like go for it. Just, do your thing, and we'll all cheer you on. But that's the basics of 24.2. If you guys have questions, text your captains or talk to your coaches tomorrow morning. We're excited to watch you guys do it. And yeah, let's shimmy and shake.
You want me to press stop?
Yep.
Okay. Yep.